It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
At the Bears' 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Williams. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Play.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Davis. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And now here comes Kansas City. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes. And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Oh, soul-searching now. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams. An even 90 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chiefs 7, Bears nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
180! Mike's 50! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! It's our time, guys. It's our time. Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now Trubisky. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And now here comes Kansas City. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The first down carry for Davis. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go.
From the 24, Trubisky. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Mike's 50.
On third down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got it first and goal at the 7. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Travis Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 66 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, this one out left to the tight end Burton. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down.
Now it's Trubisky. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And now here comes Kansas City. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 at the 34-yard line.
On second down, Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll buy some time right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 98 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Left side by Robinson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Anthony Hitchens able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Anthony Hitchens bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here's Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Bears on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12. Again, it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. From 17 yards out. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Bears 14. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at about the 32. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On the return is Cohen. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Get up! 180! 150. It's going to be a long day.
They go play action with Trubisky. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On first and 10. Here's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. There he goes, right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go! 180! 50! Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
They begin with a run by Davis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Gabriel out on the left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Trubisky will throw. Forced out to his... Now Trubisky lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught at about the 5.
Let's go, fellas.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week with.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Check. Watch 54. We ain't giving up nothing.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And now he'll tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's got some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. From 6 yards away. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the track.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. Let's get it.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 26 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And Walker with it over the middle. And some space here. The 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch 10. Strong right. 3. 51, Mike 51. It's been a long day for you.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Third and long here for Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 62 yards. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Go,
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row, back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked in to what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Out to the right to Humphreys. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Where are they, team?
53, Mike.
From the gun, Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mariota going to give to Lewis. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Third and short yardage. Mariota. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mariota again. He finds Humphries. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Titans.
Check 53, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. His pass caught at the 4. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
Caught left side by Humphries. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 53.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 1st down, Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Hey, Charlie! Check 24, watch 24.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 47 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 24. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Time to go right now.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Mariota now. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go again with Sanders. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We are inside of 1 minute, only 1 timeout left, so they've got to move quickly.
Get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure they're set. No penalties in this situation, but you're exactly right. Conserve that timeout for when they really need it.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call, maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it's a late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they won't let the players determine it down the stretch.
And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He's back to throw.
Short gains.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Crunch time, defense.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 120. Hey, pick your game up.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. To Boyle here over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
throwing again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A throw on the blitz slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Gurley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for gone. They got a man. It's Woods. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the plate, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Rams have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 77 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard.
There's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Gall. Down. The Ravens able to get to him. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack final. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So after the sack, here's second and 14. Jackson now. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now it's Jackson. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. As time expires in the first half, and the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The National Football League has traveled south of the border as we are in Mexico City, Mexico on EA Sports. Tonight it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night, and we are underway from Mexico City. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Luck now to throw. And it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They're certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Be alert, be alert. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. This throw over the middle, taken in by Cole. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Keelan Cole, 29 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you. Did exactly that.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Play action. It's Locke. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So that one will be accepted.
Check out. 1, 2, 3. Check, 47.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Calais Campbell, his second sack of the night.